statistics you've just given us, the statistics you've just given us is really shocking. I mean, 5 million people losing their jobs is quite a tough and challenging reality in our country. But that statistic should give us more impetus and show us that there are very, very many people who are looking for our help, people who want to have a difference, make a difference in their life, at least to put food on the table. Because losing employment is not an easy thing to handle. So for me, that statistics, though is very devastating for all those 5 million people who have lost their jobs, but it's a very good opportunity for us to offer people a business opportunity that with serious effort, they can actually get back on their feet through training and through self-belief in this business. So as Paul has said, my name is Pascal Oloo. I am trained as a civil engineer. And the reason why Betty and I started this business is very simple. Betty and I started this business just to make an extra $20,000, let me say $200 a month. That is why we wanted to start the business. Okay, so if you're a guest, I'm glad to see Rose attending our presentation today because she comes from my hometown. That's where I was born. So Rose, it's good you're representing our eldorate. So Betty and I came to South Africa in 1995. And the reason why we came here is very simple, to have a better life. And, you know, when I was growing up, my father used to tell me, son, go to school, get a good education. And if you get a good education, you can get a good job. I did that, did my undergraduate course in Nairobi University in civil engineering, came to Johannesburg, did a postgraduate course in construction management because that is the path that I knew for becoming successful. But when I finished my postgraduate course, I remember this as if it was yesterday. I went to see my employer at that time and I presented my postgraduate certificate. And I said, well, I've got an additional qualification. Can you negotiate an increase in my income or my salary? They said, no, we don't. We cannot increase your salary at this point. And for me, that was a very big wake-up call for me because I spent an additional 2 years doing the postgraduate course and an extra $4,000, and there was no return in that investment. So I told Betty that, look, I think we need to do something else. Secondly, Betty couldn't get a job in Pretoria. You know, when Betty and I came to South Africa, most of the schools were duolingual. Most of the schools were either Afrikaans or English, so she could only apply to English-speaking schools. But when she didn't get a job, I remember she made a comment, I've looked for a job for a whole year, let the job come and find me at home. And 2 weeks after she made that statement, a friend of ours called Jen Kebara called her and asked her if she'd like to start a business, knowing our situation that one of our children is ill. And that's how we got started in the business. So if you're a guest, we want to share a few ideas with you. And the company we associate with has a very, very simple mission. And the mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. How is that possible? Through health, and two, building wealth. But you see, that has to start from you. If it doesn't start from you, it's of no meaning to you. That's myself and my wife, Betty. We started the business 25 years ago to make an extra $200. But after a while, our income reached $1,000. And when that happened, I realized that if I put more effort into this business, we could actually change our financial future. And that's what we did. So we worked extremely hard. After 3 years, I fired my boss. But what is this business that we're talking about? Before I discuss the business, there are 4 ways that people use to generate income. The first is called a job. As you've just heard Paul telling us that 5 million people in Kenya lost their jobs, it means 5 million people are looking for something to do to generate income. They're looking for something that in the future may not find them in the same situation that they have to lose their jobs because their employer cannot pay them. A job is good because somebody else is responsible to pay your salary, but the problem is is that, as you can see, it's very easy to lose your job. They can just come and tell you, look, we don't have any more work for you. They let you go and you go home. The second way that people use to generate income is called self-employment. That is when you start a business and you offer a product or a service to the public, and in return you are paid whatever it is that you provide. But the challenge with self-employment is that if you are not there yourself, your income doesn't grow. If the business depends on your physical presence, then it means that if you fall ill, if you need to pay attention to your family, if you need to attend to your children's issues, it means income is not coming in. The third way to generate income is called big business. This is when you get huge capital to invest in a business, and there are lots of employees and lots of labor issues, lots of equipment. But you see, the more employees you have, the more human resource problems you encounter. A big business is a company like Safaricom or ShopRite Checkers or Naivas, because they employ a lot of people, but the ordinary person doesn't have that level of investment or capital to invest and start this business. The fourth way that people use to generate income is called investment. That is, you need extra cash over and above what you need for your daily living, but you need two other things to be able to invest. You need knowledge and you need skill, which for most people, they are not very competent to do that. There are other ways, for example, that people use to generate income. For example, if you're a professional writer or you're an athlete or a singer, a musician, these are not available to the ordinary person in the street. But the question is there an ideal business for building wealth? Is there a way that we can make available to the ordinary person in the street to generate income? I think there is. And it has the following criteria. Number one, very low capital to get started. Our business requires between $60 and $100 to get started. Well, it depends on the country you are in. So you require very low capital to start this kind of business. The second thing is you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. If you look around the world, the wealthiest company or the most successful companies are always involved in distribution of goods and services. Why? Because people need them. The third criteria for an ideal business is you need to have a global reach. What does that mean? That you need to be able to reach most of the world's population with your product or service. Our company operates in over 50 countries. In Africa alone, we operate in top 14 countries, and we have a potential market of 450 million people. And that's a very sizable business, a very sizable market. The fourth thing you need for an ideal business, you need leverage. What is leverage? Leverage means that you need to be able to find a system or a procedure or a method to multiply your time, your income, and your effort so that you can increase your income earning ability. For example, ShopRite Checkers have got over 1,900 outlets around the African continent, and they employ 147,000 people. Why am I mentioning that? Because each outlet or each store is a way for the owner of ShopRite to leverage his efforts and penetration of the market. And this is what makes a successful business. If you cannot leverage, in fact, leverage is the secret of very successful people, because they find ways to multiply their time and their effort. The fifth thing is you need a consumable and unique product. Why? Because these have a repeat sale. For example, you and I are going to use soap until the day we die. Today, tomorrow, next month, next year, you're still going to buy soap to use. So soap is a good business. I remember when we started the business, I invited one of my colleagues to see the business, and when one of the products that was demonstrated in that meeting was a product called LDC, which is a cleaning product. After the meeting, he told me, Pascal, you're an engineer and you're selling soap. At that time, it really affected me badly because I hadn't developed a good attitude towards statements like that. But I turned around and said, well, I may be selling soap, but I'm also selling hope. because we give hope in this business. The sixth thing that you need for an ideal business, you need a business system. What is that? A business system is when you devise procedures, tools, methods, and equipment that allows your business to run in your absence. That is what we mean by a business system. And most successful business systems always have systems that they use to grow their business. And the last thing is you need the most important thing. One of the most important thing about successful business is timing, because if you start your business and the timing is not correct, your business may not gain traction. That means you may not be able to access and penetrate the market. And for us, this time I think is an ideal time for our business because of the job losses around the world, because people are beginning to look for ways to generate income. People are afraid of their health because some of them have got very low immune systems, or they have degenerative illnesses or lifestyle-related illnesses that our products can actually solve the problems they have. But what is network marketing? What is this business that we talk about? This business is called network marketing or network distribution. It's a system of distribution of taking a product from a manufacturer to the consumer and bypassing all the middlemen, and in between the manufacturer and the consumer is a distributor like myself or Rose. But what do we do actually? First, we cut out the middlemen. Number two, we don't have advertising in our business. Advertising is done by word of mouth. Number three, we don't have wholesalers or retailers. Number four, products are explained to customers in person so that they have a more accurate knowledge of the products and we can actually listen to the needs of the customers. Number five, we are paid for referring customers successfully to buy products. Number six, products are researched and developed on your behalf. That's why in this business, although you're in your business for yourself, but you're not in the business by yourself, because Neolife has built infrastructure in 50 different countries around the world that you can actually have a business in all these countries without you being there physically. There are no qualifications except three things. One, a burning desire to succeed. Number two, teachability. And number three, hard work. If you have these three ingredients in our business, you're going to be successful. So that is what our business network marketing is, a very efficient method of distribution of goods and services. But when did it start? Neolife was started by Jerry Braxfield at the age of 19, and he started because as a teenager he had very, very serious asthma, and his mother got some natural remedies to give him. And when he felt better, he decided that maybe I should share this idea with the rest of the world. And that's how this idea was born in a small town called Porterville in California, and now is a global business. But why has it lasted over 60 years? It has lasted over 60 years because we believe that certain principles are important. The first is absolute honesty and integrity. This is very fundamental to our business because if we are honest with our customers, our clients, our distributors, our staff, our business is going to pass the test of time. The second thing is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. The third is products that work. Neolife spends a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of effort to develop the finest products in their ranges. In fact, we've got a number of products which are the world's first in their category. For example, one of our products called carotenoid complex had a patent that no other company in the world can manufacture or have this product. Equal opportunity for all is in the fourth principle the fourth principle we believe in the business. It means everybody starts from the same level and everybody is equal before the company, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're old or young, whether you're a student or a seasoned worker, whether you're a CEO or a carpenter, everybody starts from the same level. And the fifth thing is you need to have a long-range vision. When you start this business, if you're a guest, I would suggest put aside 2 to 5 years to concentrate on building the business during this time. And this 2 to 5 years is a time you can actually achieve financial independence, okay? But when did this company start? This company started in 1958 in the USA. in South Africa, it came 1971. So this year, South Africa is celebrating 50 years in business. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, it came 96, 97. So if you're a guest, this business is coming to your home today. But let's see, why do people start this business? People start this business for very many different reasons. If you're a guest, I'm not sure what your reason would be. For me and Betty, we started the business because we wanted to make an extra $200 a month. Some people start the business because they want a better lifestyle for their children. Some want to buy good homes or build new homes. Some want to buy good cars. Some want to buy beach homes or beach properties. Some want to make a lot of money. Some want to make just enough money to pay their bills. Some just want to make money for their future. Some want to start the business because they want a better health and have better, be physically fit. So if that is you and you start the business is all those countries around the world. You've got a scientific board who develop products for you. But which products are these? We have 4 ranges of products. The first one is called the Golden Home Care range. That is the products that we use for cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen, the toilets, the carpets, the tiles. Anything that you need for cleaning in the home comes from this product range. The second is the Personal Care range. These are hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third is the Nutrients Organics, that is products for your skin. And the fourth is the health supplements. This is the biggest selling range of our entire range. How do we build this business? We build this business by doing what we call the 3 daily success habits. Why? Because our future is hidden in the things we do every single day. So the first thing we do is we use the products ourselves. Why do we use the products? Very simple reason. We use the products because we want to be the best customer for our own business. Secondly, we want to talk to people. When you talk to people, we are talking to people from experience, and we recommend something we use and we believe in. Let's say you use 100 PV worth of products. What is a PV? PV is a point value. Each product in our business has point value attached to it. That is to standardize the business because all these 50 countries have got different currencies. So to standardize the business, we use the point value system. So if you use 100 PV, the next thing we do in our business is we share the business opportunity. That means we introduce other people to become distributors like ourselves. What do these people do? They also use the products. And once they use the products, let me say, in this example, each person uses 100 PV. That is 7 people, give you 700 PV business unit or business volume, and you become a manager. The next thing is we teach people we've brought into the business to do what we do. Let me say the person on the top right corner introduces 2 people each. And each of those 2 introduced 2, you'll have built a 700 PV unit because there are 7 households there. Plus the other 6 gives you 1,300, you become a senior manager in our business. Okay, so your income is about $90 as a senior manager. The next thing we do is we train the people in our business to do what we do. That is called duplication. So if you've got 6 people doing 700 PV, that's 4,200, plus your own 100 gives you 4,300 PV, you become a director, and your income is about $580 to $700. The third thing we do in our business is, the other thing we share in our business is the products. What does it mean? Sharing the products means you retail products to people who are not interested in the business, okay? And because they're not registered, they buy from you at a profit margin of about 20%, okay? And you make a profit from your customers. The third thing we do in our business is personal development. That means we spend time through our sponsor and the training system. We take part in training, support, and personal development. So personal development simply means you take time to increase your knowledge, you take time to increase your skill, and you take time to develop the correct attitude to build this business. That's what we mean by personal development. Okay? But I'm sure there are some people who are not satisfied with just $800 or $500. If you want more, then you need to introduce other people to become directors in your business. If you help one person in your group to become a director, you become a software director, your income is about $1,000 a month. If you help 3 people become directors, your income is about $2,000 a month. If you help 6 people become directors, your income goes to about $5,000 a month. You join the president's team member. And this is where life really starts. So I want to hand over back to Paul to invite our guest, our dear sister, to share with us her experience of what the business has done.
Wow, thank you so much, Pascal, for taking us through the presentation tonight. Quite brief, but quite inclusive and elaborative about what we do in this opportunity. So I believe our guests, they've been able to get a quick understanding on what we do right here in this opportunity, and it is something that you believe you'll be able to do. Right about now, Pascal has mentioned the present team members. Yes, and the good thing on our call every other time, we have our present team members logged in and with us. They are true leaders, and they're here with us today. So I just want to, recognize the presence of our present team members. Pascal, we have Judy and Charles Jeru who are on this call today. That is from Kenya. We also have Jospat and Pieros Kariuki who are on this call today, again from Kenya. From Uganda, I've seen we have Sam and Miriam Kanakulia. We have Andrew and Janet Bugembe from Uganda. So thank you so much, our leaders from Uganda. And from Tanzania, we have our 5 Ruby director, Dora and Bingi Juma on this call today. We have Rose and Raymond Baruti also on this call today. We have Zubeda Kichawele on this call. And we have the youngest PT, that is Osiana Sanga, on this call today. So those are leaders in our specific countries who will be able to really help you to continue to understand how to be able to share with this opportunity together with the person who brought you to this call. So you don't need to worry when you come in. As Pascal has said, we give you support every step of the way. So right about now, I just want to bring our speaker, our guest speaker for tonight, a lady who is joining us all the way from Eldoret. That is where she's doing her business. And she's on her way to software director. There is no doubt about that. So I just want to ask our director, Rosemary Luvandare, to be able to unmute herself and share her story with us. Rosemary, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Paul. I hope
Wow,
everyone can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you. Welcome, Rosemary.
Thank you so much, Paul. And also thank you for that elaborate introduction. I don't take it for granted to be in this space. I'm really privileged and delighted to be able to address such a large audience. Even in my former career, I don't think I'd addressed such a big audience, around 300 people. I've never addressed such a big audience. I had a branch and maybe just other branches, branch managers, but not such a big audience. So I don't take it for granted. It's a privilege and honor. Just as Paul has said, my name's Rosemary Migiza Luvandare. I reside in Eldoret, where I've been all my working career. And I retired at the end of 2017 by choice from my banking career after I'd moved through the ladders from clerical up to management level, actually managing one of the big branches in an international bank. I'm a mother of 3 and I'm a grandmother too. Why did I retire? I was tired, really tired. You know, I'd worked for over 3.5 decades because I joined the bank right from school. When I finished school, and I joined the bank. So all my working was in the bank. I never changed employers. I was very loyal until the time when I decided now it's enough. Let me just retire and go and rest. And I needed to rest. I didn't want to go for any other employment apart from just doing my own things, and especially farming, which I had started doing at least some little horticulture, planting tomatoes in a greenhouse. So this opportunity found me when I just decided, no, it's resting. But one of my friends, actually a former colleague of mine, invited me to a meeting. And why she invited me, she knew the challenges I was facing, especially health-wise in my family. I had a brother who was quite sick. My mom was also sick, and my other sisters too. So she told me, just come and listen. I was in a certain meeting, and I think they could be having some products which can assist your brother. Because I was the one who was taking care of my brother. My brother had been diagnosed with lung cancer, and I decided to go. Although after so much persuasion, because I thought whatever we were doing was okay. The doctors were diagnosing, the doctors were treating him. So after some time, I went for that meeting, and I went to that meeting. Pierre Rose, our PT, was the one who was presenting. I actually sat very strategically near the door, near the exit, so that if it doesn't really appeal to me, I can easily run out and just go. Because when you look at the people who are coming in, you are looking at them, they were saying, I have been a manager. If some of the customers find me here, what will they say? What is this? What is this person doing? But then I sat through the meeting, and whatever was said was good. I liked it. I decided there and then that then maybe I'm going to assist my brother. And I decided to join the same day that I had Pierre Rose talk about it. So one of the reasons why I joined was because of the health. And another thing that really appealed to me was the lifestyle. You see, as a banker, and having reached that level as a manager, we were used to being taken to some of these big hotels, 5-star hotels, especially for trainings. So you would enjoy the privileges there. So when they talked about lifestyle, about being taken to holidays and really getting accommodation in those hotels, I said, yes, now that is the place that I want to be. Now, and yet you are just supposed to talk to people. I was used to talking to people because as a banker, you have to go out there, talk to people, try to convince them to come to your bank, try to convince them to choose your bank and not choose the other people. So I decided, no, this is something that I can do. And what's more, then you get also some income. So I said, why not? Why can't I get an income? I was already comfortable because after at the position where I retired, although I had not yet reached my retirement age, I was entitled to pension. So it's not that I was joining Neolife because I didn't have money, but I said, why not get an extra income? The pension can as well be, I can as well put it aside and do something with it so that this extra income then is the one that I can be using. So that's the main reason why I joined. So health-wise, my brother also unfortunately did not make it because the day after I just paid the registration, I received a call that my brother had passed away. Now, one would think that after that, I would just leave the business. I decided, no, I'll still go on with the business. So I invited my friends to come and join me in the business. And when they joined, within 3 months, I had already qualified to be a director because the friends who came in, they came in full force and they were happy with the business. Some of my sisters who took some of the products that we have, they became okay. In our family, we are people who have big bodies. And so some of my sisters were not able to walk maybe long distances. Myself, even by the time I was leaving the bank, I could not take so many stairs. I would get tired, my back would ache. I don't know at what time after taking the product that disappeared. I found myself going to the farm, doing a lot of work and not really getting tired. So the tiredness that I had at the bank disappeared. And even up to now, I am still very strong. And then even when I meet some of the customers, even some of the staff who are still in the bank, they start wondering how come you look younger, you look more vibrant than when you are at the bank. So I've really come to like the Neolife products because one, they give you the strength that you require. They give you the nutrients that you require in the body. They make you look, feel strong. They make you feel younger. And at the same time, you don't even feel ashamed, like maybe going to talk to a client and telling them that this product can work, because you are assured it can work, and it does work. I've had to help so many people, especially some people with diabetes, and currently their sugar levels are so good that even the doctors are wondering, what is this person taking? So I feel good that I'm able to help people. You see, in the bank, yes, I used to help people to get loans, but they could be so painful for them to pay those loans. In Neolife, you help someone to get help back, so they are happy and they're able to make their own money without maybe going, maybe taking loans. And some of the products that I've really enjoyed using in Neolife is Superglue, because that is my area that I really, I started farming when I was in the bank. I use Superglue on my farm. I use Superglue in my greenhouse because I plant tomatoes. Sometimes I plant some potatoes and so on. And some of those tomatoes, when you harvest them and you take them to the market and you tell someone, this is a product of a greenhouse, they doubt. Because one, it is sweet. Two, so they look so nice. And they have a lot of flesh inside. Unlike most of the greenhouse tomatoes which you get, and you find that the inside is a bit empty. So I've loved using Superglue, and that is my major product that I sell, or even I talk to people about in Eldoret. Eldoret is an agricultural land. Most people are farmers. So we have a lot of opportunity in this area to assist people, at least produce enough food for the country. So whoever is on this call and you are a guest, the person who invited you is a very good person, is a very good friend to you. He's brought you in the right place, in the right space. Come get your health back. Come get some income to see you through the month. You know, after salaries, you used to end up the same day you receive the salary. You've paid loans, you've paid people, you start again borrowing. But here, you get an income almost on daily basis. There's no way you can be in your life and you say that maybe one day you've missed something. At least you'll get someone to talk to, and you'll be able to give them products, and you'll get something for you to spend. So you are in the right space. And I urge you today, before you leave this place, please just call the person who invited you here and tell him you're signing up. Thank you, and that is my story.
Wow, thank you so much, Rosemary, for sharing your story with us. Very brief and to the point, but you know, a story which is quite encouraging to the people on the call today, because you have been able to go through employment all through for over that 5 years. You don't look like you have worked that long. Yeah, and I can really say that since the time I saw you coming to this opportunity, I've seen great transformation in your life. So keep on doing it, keep on sharing this opportunity in Eldoret. And as I said, you're a world team member who is on the making. So keep going. And I know our guest on the call, they have been able to identify with you, with your story today, because we've been able to cut it through the products, how the products have been able to help you and your family, and also how the opportunity has become, you know, one of the things that you love to do more than what you were doing before. So thank you so much. That is Rosemary. So to continue the meeting, so I just want to say that before I bring Pascal to be able to close our meeting today, our guest, we are truly happy to be able to have you on this call. And our distributors, thank you so much for bringing guests. Remember, month end has already started for the distributors. Today was month end for Kenya and Uganda, the first day month end. And tomorrow is going to be first day month end for Tanzania. We are having different month ends this time because of public holidays in Kenya. Tomorrow is Madaraka Day, and I just want to say happy Madaraka Day to the Kenyans on call. As we celebrate, let's make sure we celebrate well, and all the best. And on Thursday is also a public holiday in Uganda. So you just need to look at the month-end calendar so that you can be able to understand. Let's keep on pushing to make sure that we can be able to achieve our targets that we have set for ourselves. So I just want to thank our guest for coming to the call. Just as Rosemary has told you, make sure you speak to the person who invited you to this call. And I just want to reiterate the fact that that person is very special. They came, they saw something really good, and they have called you today to be able to come and see and be part of it. And it is something that you need to look up to and make a decision today, not even tomorrow, to be able to be part of this opportunity. And we'll be able to show you the rest of the things that you need to do. Very simple concept, as Pascal has been able to take us through. Talking to people, it's not that hard, and it is good when you are talking to people and you are making all the money. So thank you so much. I just want to go back to Pascal, our leader, to be able to give us the closing thoughts for our meeting today. Pascal, if you can hear me.
Yes, Paul, I can hear you. Rose, that was really an exciting testimony. It gives me the desire to be back in Eldoret to see how the town is. So it's really a privilege to share this platform with you. And just to conclude, some of the things we have in our business is Neolife has taken full advantage of technology in the sense that we've made the business very efficient, and we've got a lot of online services. For example, if you want to order products, you can do it online without leaving your house, as long as you've got internet connectivity. So you can order products online. If you want to register new distributors in your team, you can do that online. As soon as you register in the business, the company creates for you your own back office. It simply means it's a personalized website where you can use to manage your business and monitor. You can also invite your prospects to have a look at our products and have the company background, but all your details are on that back office. Training is done, we can do online training locally and internationally. For example, this event is being attended by people from very many different countries: Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa. I've seen people from Nigeria, some people from Sweden, people from Italy. So we have training locally and internationally online. Delivery of products, the company contracts courier companies in every local market so that there's a very efficient system of delivering products to customers. Payment is done online if you want to pay for your products. If the company wants to pay your bonuses or commissions at the end of the month, the company does by EFT or mobile money transfer. So a lot of things have been made very efficient for you so that your only job is to talk to people, to share your excitement about the product and about the business opportunity. One of the things that Rose talked about is travel and attending seminars at 5-star hotels. Betty and I were privileged to attend the Ruby Orientation School in 2019 in Santon San Hotel in Johannesburg. I know some people are heading to Dubai very soon. I think the next 2 weeks, they'll be on their way to Dubai to spend 3 glorious days paid for by the company. So it's very exciting to travel and to see. I know there's a saying that if you want to open your mind, travel. And I think it's very true, because you come across different cultures, different people, different way of living. And this traveling really opens your mind and opens your heart to different experiences. Those are some of the distributors who attended the Ruby Orientation School in Santon San Hotel in Johannesburg. If you're a guest, what do you need to get started? Speak to the person who invited you. They'll give you an application form to fill. You'll pay your registration amount. In South Africa is between 690 and 2,700 Rand. In Kenya is 7,360 or 8,970 Kenya shillings. In Nigeria is 17,500 or 22,500 Naira. In Tanzania is Tanzania shillings 140,500 or 170,700. In Uganda, it's 203,900 or 242,500 shillings. In USA, it's 99 US dollars. In Sweden, is 1,025 Swedish krona. And I think in Italy, if I'm not very mistaken, is 62 euros or, okay, I'll need to check this. But different countries have got different starter packs. So if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you, they'll give you details on how to start the business. A final thought. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. And the decisions you make today is what will affect your future. What decision are you going to make? If you're a parent, if one day your children come to you and you tell them, Daddy, Mommy, I would like to do this, and you tell them you never had an opportunity, this is your opportunity. So if you want to, if you always do what you've always done, you will get what you've always got. But if you change and do something different, that's the beginning of the change of your life, because success begins with a decision. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. God bless you, and we wish you success and meet you somewhere in the rest of the beaches of the world to share our excitement with you when you've joined our business and become successful. Thank you, and God bless.